I want to focus on the word power and power of balance and talk a little bit about the difference between the two. From the time we are an infant, we want to exercise our power to get what we want. But as we grow into, say, the age of 2, 3, we realize that we cannot get everything we want by screaming and crying and demanding. So we learn that power has limits because we have to now depend on somebody else. And as we grow older, we start going to school, we realize that we cannot have everything we want because one of the primal needs that we have is for autonomy and freedom. And autonomy and freedom comes from having power. Power then enables us to have influence, and power enables us to get what we want. But there is always this moderating influence that happens because we have to live amongst others. And so power then has to be tempered. And that is a part of us then living amongst other people in a harmonious life where we can share with each other and share the power with each other. So I like to use the word power of balance. But now, if you focus on the organizational realm, if we look at how, say, an organizational manager or a leader uses their power, one side of the power comes from positional power, the position vested upon this person to meet out the duties, to get whatever that needs to be done. So that's one side, and the other side is personal power. However, many of us tend to get stuck in on the side of positional power. It could be then positional power that we have gained by earning a lot of wealth, perhaps, and that position comes from having so much of wealth. So we tend to sometimes get caught up on the side of using our positional power more than using our personal power. So the positional power is vested on us by the material wealth we have, by the position that's given to us by an organization, by the uniform that we wear. But personal power is the power that we have from within us, our character, our personality, the set of values that we work with, our moral compass. So there is a power of balance that needs to be had in order to create a harmonious community around us, right? Because if we indulge in our positional power alone, we're going to hurt people. We're going to take advantage of people. So how do we find that balance from within us? And for me, the mindfulness process has been a process where I am, through the meditation, what I have seen from even myself is to be tempering that power, tempering that indulgence that I want to have, because the meditation practice then enables us to realize our fragility as a human being, and it humbles me. And that humility then creates those constraints, those restraints, the resistance happens from there. So then we're able to temper ourselves from indulging in the power that we have, and that creates a much better balance, much better harmony out there in society. So it's the same way as us perhaps being stuck in the left hemisphere of the brain, because modern neuroscience now says, Ian McGilchrist says that when we are stuck in the left hemisphere of the brain, we indulge in our power. We go out and get what we want, even if we have to step on people. It's short term, it's self-righteous, I'm right, you're wrong kind of attitude that we have. So if we get to the right hemisphere of the brain, and Ian McGilchrist himself says that it's through meditation, through a spiritual practice, that we can get onto the right side of the brain to put things in better perspective, and to realize that we have to share our power amongst each other to find our way into a harmonious society. So I'm just putting it out there to provoke some thought, because we have so much of out there, when we see out there in the world of people who are in power, who are indulging in their power and separating and hurting and creating all kinds of mayhem out there in the world today. So can we see how we can then find that better balance and find that power of balance to create a more harmonious, more peaceful society? Perhaps I'm utopian in thinking this, but why not? Let's inquire into this and see how we can find that better balance.